On episode 40 of the DISRUPTu show, we talk about leveraging your personal and business connections in social media. Is LinkedIn valuable for you to engage on as a brand? And we give you a free social media content calendar. What's up, everybody? This is DISRUPTu, episode 40. I am Ryan Thogmartin, and this is the funeral profession's only social media marketing web show. Not the funeral professions, but like the internet entirely. It's the only funeral home marketing web show. 3 great topics, and we're gonna get right into it. No, we're not. First, March 27th, 3 p.m., our Facebook Live webinar. It's free. Just go on our Facebook page. You'll be able to register for it, so watch some of the information we're going to be sending out. If you register for it, there's a number of different free things that you're going to get, like an ebook, a social media calendar, a chance to win a $100 Facebook ad credit, and a creative session with our creative team. So a lot of different cool things that are going to be happening on that. So mark it down, March 27th, 3 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Spud me. I'm not going to drop anything this week. Wish this was one of the things you squeeze and talk.
Squishy.
Squishy. What? Squishy? Is that what they're called? Huh. All right. Is LinkedIn a good network for funeral homes to engage on? No, not at all. So LinkedIn is a B2B network, business to business, where funeral homes need to be engaging with the consumer, which is more B2C, or we like to call it P2P, people to people. And LinkedIn is a network that is not designed for engagement around consumers or obituaries. And a lot of what I see on LinkedIn from funeral homes is obituary content. And that really doesn't hold a place on social media, let alone on LinkedIn, a network that is far more professional and more business driven than just consumer interaction. So creating a brand page on LinkedIn and using it for company announcements of events or things that would interest other business owners could be valuable, but really just creating the page is great for SEO purposes. But other than that, like engaging there, it's not gonna happen with the consumer. Now, if you're going there to hire talent, so if you're looking for a videographer or you're looking for an admin person, someone that you could source a job opening and use LinkedIn for that, that could be valuable. From a content standpoint, LinkedIn is not valuable for you to spend your time on as the brand. As a business professional, connecting with other business owners and C-level people, if there's a program you're trying to put together where you're educating people on healthy living and then tying that to pre-planning, then there's a great way for you to personally connect and create connections on LinkedIn. But from a business standpoint, for a funeral home to market on LinkedIn, it just doesn't make sense. All right, question 2, spud me. Spud. Dude, this is a deformed spud, man. It's got some funky sprouts. How do I leverage personal/business connections? Great question. Thank you to whoever sent that in. Great question, because your personal brand, we talked about it last week, is massively valuable on social media, and be able to amplify what you're doing through your business, through your personal brand. Is extremely valuable. So being able to leverage the connections that you have in your community with other business owners can be extremely valuable for your firm and profitable. So we have a number of different clients that have put together programs where they connect with other business leaders in their community. I'm going to give you 2 examples of how you can leverage your personal brand on social media and those connections with your personal brand and your business connections to amplify what your funeral home is doing. So 2 examples. Number 1, for National Pie Day coming up on 3/14, we are running a social media campaign with one of our funeral home clients in Indiana where they are trying to build awareness for a fundraiser project that the local library is doing. So what they have done is they've gone in their community and they've asked 5 different dignitaries, like other business owners, fire chief, police chief, a school teacher, a school principal, and a pastor. They're all potentially going to get pied in the face on March 14th, but they're asking the community to vote on who they want to get pied through the comments on the Facebook video that they created. They're also using a GoFundMe page to try to raise $1,000 for a local summer reading program for the local library. If they raise that $1,000, then everybody will get pied and not just one person. So it's a great way that they can connect with other business leaders in the community for something that's fun, entertaining, and is going to provide brand value not only for their personal brand, but also their business brand, as well as now those business owners are taking that video that funeral home created and they're sharing it on their profiles and the fire station's page and the police department's page and the school district's page. Like, they're sharing it all over, and now the funeral home is getting a lot of leverage and exposure out of that video that they put on their page, but because of the connections they had in the community, they're able to amplify that. So super, super valuable. One other or example I'll give you is a funeral home of ours, a client of ours. We created a Facebook Live campaign with them that ran over the course of 2 months. On every Friday, they would go and interview a different business owner in their community. Great way to show community engagement, great way to then leverage and tap into the social graph of that business, but also a great way for them to just start connecting with referral partners in the community that have nice things to say about the funeral home. And it's a great way to just learn more about what's going on in your business. So I think it's undervalued and underestimated the power that it can have. If you just take a camera and you go start interviewing people in your community, that provides great content. Another way that a client used personal connections is they went to a local festival and they started interviewing people and just simply asking the question of, what do you want your funeral to be like? They asked friends, they asked business connections, they asked a lot of different people that they had relationships with, and were able to leverage that. And again, those users are then sharing that video on their personal Facebook pages and business Facebook pages, where now you're reaching a social graph and extending your reach organically without having to pay Facebook money for it. So absolutely, absolutely, you can leverage your personal connections and your business connections to benefit your personal brand and your business brand. Okay, last question. Question number 3. Fire away. Spud me. Umbrella me. It's bad luck to open an umbrella indoors? A little bit. But I got to show this before I read the question. So our clients are getting some cool little doodads from us. See that? Isn't that pretty sweet? It's March and April, and like it's going to be raining. And so this is a great little gadget. I feel like Mary Poppins. All right, where can I find inspiration or content ideas? This is a question that we get asked quite a bit. Funeral homes wanting to know where can we source content from? Where do you get your inspiration? How does your creative team come up with ideas? We have a lot of different tactics and strategies that we use. And one of those ways that we've used our kind of knowledge around social media is we have created, available now, a social media calendar, content calendar, that goes through every single month of the year, and it breaks down certain days that would be applicable for funeral homes to create content around. Whether you celebrated that national holiday or you actually created a campaign around that. So there's a lot of different conversation starter days in there. There's a lot of different social media calendar dates that would be extremely valuable content for your funeral home to be able to craft. They'd be able to craft valuable content around these special days and trending things that are going to be happening. So it's super important that you can use real-time events and real-time things that are happening to create content around them where you can apply them to your funeral home. So when we create and look for inspiration for content suggestions for our clients, and as we build out strategies, obviously we're first looking at what the goals are of the client, but then we're looking at what is trending real time, what is working mainstream, what are consumers engaging with, and then are there ways that we can take that trending content idea and create campaigns around it for our funeral home clients where it makes sense for a funeral home to put this content out, but it also is extremely relevant and timely where the consumer is going to make connections with it because they're seeing that type of content on other brands. And it's really a different way to position your funeral home, to think outside the box and create content that's massively engaging and super valuable. So you can go to disruptmedia.co/calendar and you can download a free social media content calendar that is, again, going to go through every month of the year and break out the certain days that would be applicable for you to craft content around and hopefully give you a kickstart and inspiration to creating content to be able to fill up your own social media calendar for your funeral home. So again, disruptmedia.co/calendar. All right, that wraps up episode 40, the big 40. We are over the hill for the DISRUPTu show. Until next time, keep disrupting.